All right, what's up, everybody? How's it going? No, apologies in advance if I sound a little congested. I've had some crazy allergies for the past few weeks, so got a lot of medication in me right now. All right, so let me just get this set up. What's up, Tarek? Ninja Prime, what's going on? All right, got the chat pulled up. Okay, so before getting into the Q&A, I was out of town, came home to a couple boxes, wanted to open them up, see what's inside. I think I know what this is. This is from Hanz de Fuko, Hanz de Fuko. So I think it's like their pomade or some of their hair products. So let's check this out. Turn that off. I haven't actually tried Hanz de Fuko before, but I hear a lot about them. You see them on all the big grooming YouTube channels and lifestyle channels. So I have high expectations for their products, but then at the same time, I'm not so sure about the brand because I don't know if you guys watch like Gentleman's Cove, Jordan O'Brien's channel, or like Blue Mon, Joe from Blue Mon, but apparently like Hanz de Fuko is like going after those guys and talking trash about their hair products because they have their own lines. So that was kind of weird. So I don't know. There seemed to be some drama there. I don't know what was going on, but if they actually did that, that's not very cool for a big brand like that. Can everybody hear me okay, by the way? You guys hear me in the chat? Cool. All right, so let's see what's in here. Wow, it's like a whole box of stuff. So we have this discovery kit. So I guess this might just be, I don't really know what this is. Just open it up. The stream, Jake, just started like a minute ago. So we got this, which I don't really know what that is. And then looks like just some little samples. So the sponge wax, claymation. This is the one you always hear about. Claymation. It's supposed to be pretty good hair clay. Just see how this smells real quick. I can barely smell anything though because allergies. Kind of different. All right. And then Scheme Cream. So that's probably like a lighter medium hold product. All right, and then some shampoo. So I guess this is just like a sampler kit, which I will try out and of course report back to you guys. Oh look, there's another discovery kit. Might have to give this one away. Let me know if you guys have tried this brand, Hanz de Fuko. Let me know in the comments. All right, some other stuff. This is a full-size thing of the claymation. So this is going to be like a high hold matte finish. I'm thinking this will be probably the best stuff for my hair at this length. And I've heard a lot of good things about it, so excited to try that out. And then we have Quicksand, also heard of this one. High hold dry matte finish. I don't really know what the difference between these two would be, Quick Hold and or Quicksand and Claymation. Looks like Claymation is maybe just higher hold. It's weird, it doesn't smell, it's like unscented. Like it doesn't have like a cologne type scent like a lot of these hair products have. It just kind of smells like what you'd imagine the raw product would smell like. And then we have this sponge wax, medium hold, matte finish. So anyway, I'll try this stuff out and get back to you. And then maybe on the next live stream, we'll give away this other sample kit to one of you guys. All right, and let's try. Got one more box here to open up, and then we'll do the Q&A. This is a bigger one. Actually, don't even know if this is. It doesn't have a return address, so I'm not sure if this is even like Modest Man related or just something else, but we'll see. It's one of the like perks and also annoyances of doing YouTube is you get a lot of cool stuff in the mail, but you also get a lot of not cool stuff, and you have to figure out what to do with it. And you get some random stuff. So this is like a portable scanner, and I know it's not really like. So a lot of times you get people that send you stuff that's like not even related to fashion or style or grooming like this, but you know sometimes stuff like this can be cool, and you know maybe I could do like a video or a blog post or something about like my home office setup, and you know something like this might work its way in. This is kind of cool. I actually really hate having like papers and like any sort of clutter around my workspace. So I like scan everything. I try to go fully digital and scan all loose papers and everything like that. So, so yeah, I'm actually, this thing might be a really cool product for my lifestyle, but of course I gotta try it out and let you know. So, now that we're done with the unboxing, let me get into the questions here. Okay, Thomas. When we find or have a clothing item no longer sold in stores that we want to replace or get a different color or size, how can we locate it? Yeah, it sucks when you buy something that you really like and then they discontinue it or they change it or something like that. Does happen a lot, unfortunately. And let me just straighten this out a little bit. My advice would be to go to secondhand like Grailed or eBay and see if you can find it there. If you can't find it there, you know, you could try like a factory store or an outlet, but honestly, a lot of the times, once it's gone, you know. So it's kind of unfortunate, but yeah, you could definitely try eBay or maybe like Grailed. That's another great place to get used stuff, and it's pretty curated. All right. Yeah, Eric Bradford thought about trying it into all that drama. Yeah, it was really weird seeing Hanz de Fuko, like, I don't know, talking trash about those other guys' products. And I don't know, you know, if what they were saying has any basis. They were basically saying that, like, these other products, like Blue Mon stuff, and I think they were talking about Jordan, too, from Gentleman's Code. But they were saying, like, it's, you know, all white label stuff, and it's not high quality, it's not proprietary and all that. And, you know, I don't know if that's true, but even if it is, as a brand, you shouldn't just go, you know, talking trash about someone else's stuff because it just makes you look bad, you know. So I think that was a bad move on their part. But yeah, I mean, I'm still going to try it out and see if it's any good. But yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this brand now. All right. Let's see here. Video is lagging a little bit. Yeah, I'm not getting any lag, but let me know if you are. Okay, for a guy losing weight but still needs clothes, what pieces should I look to buy in order to not end up throwing away money? Yeah, I mean, shoes are an obvious choice because, you know, your weight's not really going to change what shoes you wear. I think that if you really are losing weight actively, like your body is changing each week or each month, then it might make sense to hold off really investing in anything for a while until you think you're at your target weight or the weight that you're going to be at for a long time. But I think a lot of people get into this trap where they maybe they're trying to lose weight or they're trying to add muscle or something. They say, okay, I don't want to buy anything or I don't want to get anything tailored because because my body's going to be different in 6 months. But a lot of the times, because it's hard to change, your weight or add muscle or whatever. A lot of the times, you're not as different as you thought you'd be in 6 months. So I'd say, unless you're really actively changing your body, don't hold off too long on buying the stuff that you need, on building the wardrobe that you need. But yeah, if you really are, actively losing weight, then I would probably hold off on buying anything expensive or anything that you're going to keep for a long time, like a suit, especially like a custom suit or something like that, or a custom dress shirt. But yeah, I mean, accessories, shoes, casual clothes, you can probably go ahead and buy those. All right, what color loafer would go with dark wash jeans? Um, Dark wash jeans, I would say like either a dark brown. You could do some sort of gray, like a gray suede. You could do blue, like I have like a they're not loafers, but I have a pair of like midnight like navy blue suede boots that go really well with dark wash jeans. And then of course like a burgundy, like a really deep uh, like burgundy dark reddish brown that would also work. All right. Q&A 008. Prime girlfriend. Yeah, that'd be nice. Let's see. Any type of brown. Yeah, I mean, you could also go with like a tan or a lighter brown, but that's going to be more casual. So, um, okay, how do waistcoats vests look on shorter men? So they cut your look in half. Uh, well, it kind of depends if you're wearing like an odd vest with, trousers that are a different color than the vest. I mean, I think a vest is part of a suit, like a three-piece suit. For example, I went to a wedding this last week, and I wore a three-piece navy suit. I'll show you the picture of that suit from my Instagram. I'll show you right here. Just put it in the chat. Okay, so you can click that link. So yeah, I wore that, and I actually think it's great because if you wear the vest and then you take your jacket off, which will probably happen at one point in the night, uh, the waistcoat actually streamlines your figure because, for example, if you have navy trousers and a white shirt and a tie, when you take your jacket off, now you're cutting yourself in half, because you have a white top and a dark bottom. But if you have a waistcoat on, even when you take your jacket off, it maintains that monochrome silhouette. So I actually think vests and three-piece suits are a great choice for shorter guys. If you're getting a vest made or if you're buying a new one, I recommend going with the same fabric on the back of the vest because a lot of the times you'll see a vest where the back of the vest is basically just the lining, like the same lining from the inside of your jacket. So it's a different color, and that's fine. Like I said, a lot of times like tuxedos. But yeah, I would recommend just doing the same color all around on the vest, and that way, from front and back, you have that streamlined look. Okay, Feudal Duel. Did I make a mistake in buying suede single monks as my first dress shoe purchase? Well, it's definitely not the most versatile. If you're just going to have one pair of dress shoes, it's not the most versatile choice, um, but I mean, they sound pretty cool. So, I guess it depends what color they are too and what kind of suits and trousers you have. If they're like a light brown suede, they're not going to go with everything. If they're a darker brown, they're going to be pretty versatile. So no, I don't think it's necessarily a mistake depending on the rest of your wardrobe, but I'd probably add something else to the mix soon, like a black Capto Oxford or like a dark brown wingtip or just something like that might be a little more versatile. It's a good complement to to your single monks. All right. Michael, is it manlier to kickstart a motorbike instead of just using the starter button, even if it doesn't start right up? Well, I don't ride a motorcycle or anything, so I don't really know. I guess there is something kind of cool about kickstarting it, but yeah, I don't know, man. That's a question for someone else, I think. All right, what do you think of brand logos? Stay away from them, even if they're small. So I try to stay away from any visible logos or branding on my clothes. Um, sometimes I don't think it's a big deal. Like if you're wearing like a Ralph Lauren polo shirt, you got the little polo rider on there. I think that could be fine because it's kind of like a classic, detail that everybody recognizes. But I'm not going to buy like an American Eagle polo with a little eagle on it because it makes me feel like a teenager, and that's the problem with a lot of these stores is you actually can't get something without the logo on it. So yeah, in general, I try to stay away from the logos. I definitely wouldn't wear something with like a huge logo on it, like a big like Nautica or Tommy Hilfiger logo. When it comes to athletic wear, I don't care as much. Under Armour, Nike, like they might have their little logo somewhere. I think that's fine. All right. How would you ask for a cashier's number while she's on the job? Oh man. Do you already know her? I mean, or would this just be like a total stranger? That'd be tough. I don't know. I think you'd have to gauge the situation, see if she was interested. It might be a little jarring if you just ask if you've never if you've never met her and she's working. Definitely wouldn't do it like if there were like a bunch of people in line. I'd probably do it like when it was slow and like wasn't really busy. All right. Jake, is it acceptable to wear watches like the linear minimalist casually? Yeah, I think that type of watch kind of goes both ways. You could definitely wear that casually. You could wear it as a dress of your watch too. The only problem with that specific watch, the minimalist, it's not the thinnest watch in the world. So it's small, as in the case size is pretty small, but the actual thickness of the case is it's kind of thick. So yeah, it's not that makes it a little more casual. I have worn it with a suit, but yeah, I think it's definitely okay to wear that watch casually. All right. Which do you think is more versatile, a black watch or a white watch dial? That's interesting. I'd say probably white would be generally more versatile, but it's probably good to have both. I mean, yeah, I'd say white would be more versatile in general, but I don't know. I like black dial watches, like especially like dive watches. Like the Seiko SKX, like just that black dial. I think is a pretty cool look, especially with a silver band, like a Jubilee bracelet or something like that. All right, Kelly, what length width tie do you suggest for someone 5 feet? Well, the length, yeah, so you're gonna have to find a shorter tie. For you, 5 feet, I mean, you'd probably want to find a tie that's no longer than 54 inches, which is going to be kind of tough to find. You could also, wear a regular tie and then tuck the excess length into your shirt, or you could try to get it tailored, although that's kind of difficult. As far as the width goes, that depends less on your height and more on your body type. So if you're like me, where you're pretty slender, then a slimmer tie is best. So maybe 2 inches and 3/4 or something like that, under 3 inches. I wouldn't go any skinnier than 2.5 inches on the tie. But if you're a bigger guy, if you're 5 foot and built like a bodybuilder, then you can wear a bigger tie. And in fact, if you are broad chested and you have a thicker neck, and it's going to look weird if you wear a slim tie. So yeah, the width of your tie depends more on your build and less on your height. All right. Have you ever considered gaining weight and muscle so clothes fit better? For 5'7", what's the most ideal weight? Um, yeah, I mean, the thing is that, and people will comment on my videos and say, "Oh, bro, like you should just start lifting. Like clothes will fit better." It's like, first of all, it's not that easy. You don't just start lifting and put on 20 pounds of muscle. I mean, that's a commitment. You have to change your whole lifestyle to do that. And for me, I like to stay in shape, but my preferred forms of exercise are not lifting weights. I do other things that probably contribute to like a leaner physique and not as much of a bulky physique. So yeah, I mean, I think that if you add some muscle onto your frame, clothes will fit better. Like maybe a small shirt will fit a little bit better, and it won't be as long because you're taking up more of the fabric in the space. But no, I don't think I would like get into weightlifting just just to make my clothes fit better. Now, if it was something I was interested in general, then yes, I think clothes fitting better would just be kind of a nice perk. But yeah, and as far as 5'7", what's the ideal weight? I mean, I don't think there's an ideal weight for a 5'7" person. Everybody's different, um, I think you should focus on trying to be healthy, and stay in shape, and your ideal weight will be unique to you. All right, honest opinion on Tiege Hanley. Um, Honestly, I really like it, and I know there's a lot of biased opinions out there, and sponsored stuff, and but I really like Tiege Hanley. I've been using it for like 6 months, and on my third box now, so I don't think you need a new box every month, um, but I do like it. I did a skincare routine video not too long ago that you can go check out, and I use the Tiege Hanley system and then another product, and I'm actually going to do a sponsored video for Tiege Hanley. So that video wasn't sponsored, but I'm going to do a sponsored video for Tiege Hanley pretty soon. So yeah, I like it. I mean, I think I think for the price, it's probably the best skincare system you can find. And I've tried a lot of different stuff. So uh, and I don't think there's a lot of people that say, "Oh, that's so much money." I don't think it's expensive at all for skincare, because if you were to go to the store and buy that stuff individually, it would cost the same or maybe even more. So yeah, I think it's a pretty fairly priced, and I think it's good stuff. Okay, in what context do you wear a shawl, collar, jacket? It's a single piece, not part of a tux. Yeah, that's excuse me, that's a pretty dressy jacket. Uh, I think you could wear it as obviously part of a tux. You could also wear it as, like an evening jacket or a smoking jacket or something. But I mean, that's going to be like black tie, white tie. I don't think you wear a shawl collar jacket casually. So, for me, like I don't even have a shawl collar jacket like as a separate piece. I've only ever worn that as part of a tux. So, yeah, I don't. You really wouldn't wear that unless you were like really, really dressing up, going to a super formal event. What do you think of buying clothes on eBay? I think it can be a great strategy. You know, it takes some commitment, I think, um, to make sure that you're getting something real, something authentic, something that's in good quality, and something that fits well. So, um, yeah, it can be a great way to get some clothes for a good price and get vintage clothes. There's a guy named Ethan Wong who runs a blog called I think it's called Street Sprezza or something like that. He used to be called the Teenage Gent, but now he just goes by his name, Ethan Wong. He's like an eBay master, so he gets like these vintage like 1940s suits off eBay and has them tailored and they look awesome. But he's on there all the time. I mean, you got to be on it, like monitoring different vendors and stuff. And for me, I just I don't have the patience for it. So I like Grailed as an alternative to eBay because I think it's a little more curated. So Grailed.com. I actually have a Grailed shop myself, so I sell a lot of my stuff on there too. So definitely check that out. If eBay feels a little intimidating, go check out Grailed. Okay, Matt, you aren't supposed to ask someone out when they're at work, if they're a cashier, barista, or something similar. They're stuck there with no way to leave, so it isn't fair. Agreed that it is kind of a sensitive time to ask somebody out. I'd say make sure you already know them and have a rapport. Like you've talked to them. I mean, if you're going to the same coffee shop every day, you're talking to the same barista every day, you know each other. I think it's okay to, ask somebody out or maybe ask them when they get off work if they want to hang out. That's fine. But yeah, I wouldn't like just randomly in like a busy Starbucks ask somebody for their number at the register. All right. Let's see. Advate. I've always wondered that when it comes to standard sizes used by most brands, small, medium, large, etc., what body type they have in mind. Well, so when you're creating a new garment, you start with one size and then you scale it. And so every clothing brand has a pattern maker, um, and they basically start with like one shirt, say a size medium, and they have a fit model. So they have a person who they put that shirt on, they make sure it fits really well, and then there's a standard way, and every brand is a little bit different, but there's standard ways to scale up and down from there. So you say, okay, we have our medium. Here's the dimensions of this medium shirt. So here's how we make a large shirt from that pattern, and here's how I make a small shirt. And so you scale it up and down. And then they have fit models for other sizes too. But the problem is, and this is why finding clothes that fit is so hard for guys like us, is because the fit models, who they base that initial pattern off of, are usually about 6 foot to 6'2", and they're built like fitness models, so they're kind of have an ideal physique. And that's why whenever you're on like a clothing site like J. Crew, ASOS, whatever, and they'll usually have a little line in the product description that says model is wearing a size medium and they're 6'2", 175 or something. And very few people in the real world have that body type, or else we'd all be models, So that's why it's so hard for anybody with a non-average build to find something that fits. And brands would rather have clothes be a little bit too big than a little bit too small, because if something is too long, guys will just put up with it and wear it anyway. But if it's too short, you can't fix that. So yeah, that's why the sizing small, medium, large is kind of problematic. And yeah, the body type they have in mind is definitely a guy who's closer to average height or even taller, and also has a pretty trim physique. All right. Can wearing boots make you more smaller? No. Nine Shadow. Just gonna say you're doing a great job. Keep up the good work. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. I'm going to ask every week, any new colognes in your collection? Well, Chad from the YouTube channel A Gentleman's Journey actually just sent me like a sample pack of a bunch of different colognes. So I'm gonna try them out one at a time and just try to put together like a video review about like what I think about all of them. Hopefully I'll discover a few new ones. I haven't opened it yet because I was out of town, but yeah, I should have next week. I should have some answers for you, but I am still enjoying the Mont Blanc Legends. I still think that's a great scent for this time of year. All right. Can you do a video on finding smaller briefcases, specifically briefcases for a 13-inch laptop? Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I have a couple bags that I carry my laptop in that are that I really like. It's a 13-inch MacBook Pro, and so I could do a video about that. Yeah, it's definitely it's not a good look to carry around like a huge like 17-inch messenger bag or laptop bag, especially if you don't need it. Now, of course, if you have a big laptop, then you need a bag like that. That's fine. But yeah, I will do that. All right. What's up, Bengal? What's up, Bradley? Should you lie on your resume? My friend lied and he said, if you lie and get away with it, you deserve to win. I don't know about that. I mean, you don't lie on your resume, but you obviously have to present yourself in the best possible light. So for example, I would never say to a potential employer that I'm unemployed, or that I need a job, or I'm looking for a job, or I'm between jobs. Instead say, I'm freelancing, or I'm a consultant right now, or so I wouldn't totally lie. Don't say you have a job if you don't, but you can also just present yourself in the best possible way. So don't if you lie in your resume and they follow up with your references and they find out that you're lying, they're not going to hire you. So yeah, don't lie in your resume. All right, best store for, sorry, I gotta find this here. Best store for casual Oxford shirts. I thought Gap's modern Oxfords were great, but they changed recently. Casual Oxfords. I would say, for shorter guys, the best three of the best places to get Oxford button downs would be Peter Manning, Ashton Anvil, and Silas Jackson. Or if you're in the LA area, I'd go to Jimmy Ow's. Yeah, I mean, if you get them from anywhere else, like for example, like you can get one from J. Crew or J. Crew Factory, but you should expect to have them altered because they're probably going to be too long to wear untucked. So if you don't get them from a specialty brand, then they'll probably be too long. You could also get them from somewhere like Blank Label, or somewhere made to measure, which kind of makes sense because you're going to pay that much after alterations anyway. So if you buy the shirt, then pay to get it altered, you're probably going to pay as much as just buying a custom shirt from someone like Blank Label or Modern Tailor. So that's another option. All right. What is more versatile, driving mocks or loafers? Um, that's tough. It kind of depends because they're similar. It's just like loafers, you can dress up. Driving mocks, you can't really. But if most days you're wearing casual clothes, I'd say driving mocks are a better choice. If you're dressing up most days, like business casual or business formal, I'd probably go with loafers. When's the video about your new Seiko coming? Very soon, very soon. I wanted to get a couple extra straps for it because I'm not crazy about the band that comes with it. It's like it's just a little too bulky or something. Can you see like how it's kind of thick? And this is like it's a pretty small and pretty thin watch. So I kind of wanted like either like a really thin like NATO strap or possibly a leather strap. So yeah, I wanted to get a couple of extra straps, then do a video and show you how it looks on different straps. But I will do a little video review on this. I love this watch. I think it's like the best one of the best watches you can get for under $100. I mean, sometimes even under $50. And this is an automatic, so that's pretty crazy. All right. What do you think of? Is it Jodhpur boots? Jodhpur boots? I never know how to say that. Can short wear? Yes, you can definitely wear that kind of boot. I think that's in the same category as like a Chelsea boot, but a little more unique. So, I don't think it's like part of like your core shoe collection necessarily. I'd probably take a Chelsea boot over that, but yeah, I mean, there's no reason that you couldn't wear it just because of your height. All right, so I would like to see a new shoe collection or closet tour video in the near future. Yeah, I can do something like that. Definitely added some new things. Really, I've pared it down a little bit. I've gotten rid of a lot of clothes, especially at the beginning of every new season, like when it starts to warm up. I like to kind of go through my closet and get rid of the stuff that I haven't worn. And so usually I'll take all the stuff that I think I don't want anymore and I'll put it into piles. Like one pile is like just take it to Goodwill, give it away. Another pile is take it to like a local secondhand store and try to sell it. Put it on Grailed and try to sell it. So I'm in the process. I'm kind of finishing up, just getting rid of all the stuff that I don't want. So to make some room. So yeah, I'll try to do maybe we'll do like a closet tour video in the near future because I haven't really done one of those yet. So all right, thoughts on Uniqlo. I want to like it, but I haven't had a lot of luck with them. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, you should try Uniqlo because it's an Asian brand and their stuff fits better. But I found that it fits the same as most American brands. Maybe if you buy actual Japanese Uniqlo, like if you go to Japan or if you find a way to order that and get it here. But if you just buy it from Uniqlo US, I mean, in my opinion, it's pretty similar to like J. Crew or something like that in terms of fit. Now they do have some stuff that's I think good for shorter guys and a really great deal. Like I think their jeans are pretty awesome, but you can't get them in short inseams, so you're gonna have to get them hemmed. Now if you go to the store, they'll do that for free, which is great. But I don't have any Uniqlo stores near my house, so yeah, I think Uniqlo is not necessarily the best brand for shorter guys or anything, even though a lot of people say that. I put it in the same category as J. Crew. Like you can find a lot of good stuff, but expect to get it tailored. What's up, Tarek in Algeria? How's it going? All right, can you give us an update on the stance shirts? Yeah, the stance shirts are great. I mean, They seem pretty high quality. I've put it through the wash once, the wash and dry cycle once. The casual button up that I have, it was fine. I don't dry them on high heat or anything. In fact, I think that shirt, they recommend dry cleaning it, but I probably just wash it on cold water and then hang dry it and then iron it out. Um, but yeah, I didn't see any shrinkage or anything like that, and I don't know. I think that shirt's gonna hold up really well. Um, I think Stance onto something. I think they're worth trying. Not the cheapest stuff in the world, but it's worth it if it fits well. All right. Curtis, any ideas where to get denim shirts for shorter folk, vintage 80s? Levi's denim jackets fit me great, but the shirt's the problem. Yeah, denim shirts are kind of tough. Geez, where would you get a denim shirt? I mean, a lot of different brands have them. You're just gonna have to get them altered. Uh, I'd probably find a brand that has like extra small sizes. Unfortunately, a lot of brands that do aren't the highest quality stuff in the world. Like, for example, I'm sure you can get a denim shirt from ASOS. It's probably not going to be the best denim. So yeah, that kind of sucks. And you could try another brand. The problem is like a lot of the brands that have like really cool denim shirts, like Mott and Bow, for example, they sent over one of their new like kind of chambray denim shirts, and it was a size small, and it was just way too big. In fact, I gave it to my brother, who is probably 3 inches taller than me and like I don't know 30 pounds heavier, and it fit him perfectly. So it was like a really nice shirt, super high quality, and it looked cool, but it just didn't fit at all. So yeah, I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to do some research on denim shirts and get back to you. Vintage could be a good way to go. Maybe you could find something in a thrift store that fits pretty well and get the sleeve shortened or something. Still probably be a pretty affordable way to go. All right. Is wallet color important, like to match the leathers? Um, no, yeah. For wallets, you don't have to worry about like matching the color of your wallet to like your shoes or belt or anything like that. Um, yeah, I mean it's because you're gonna change your belt and shoes and stuff, but I don't know about you, but I don't change my wallet very often. I carry the same wallet. Um, I will do a video on wallets soon. I do have some opinions on wallets. I think a slim minimal wallet is the way to go. I think you should get a wallet that's made from full grain leather. That's going to age nicely. I think it's worth investing in a good wallet and one that kind of fits your needs. But yeah, in terms of color, I would just go with whatever you like. I like brown leather more than black leather, for example, so I go with brown. But yeah, it just depends what your preferred color palette is. All right, let's see here. I'm a short guy myself, and you're right about the model thing. Yeah, style your life. Exactly. All right, I read somewhere that wearing a cap or a hat for a long time helps your hair grow faster because it traps heat, which helps blood flow. I've never heard that. That sounds like some bro science to me, but I don't know, man. Yeah, I couldn't confirm that. It doesn't sound right, but in fact, I mean, as far as I know, there's no way to make your hair grow faster. If there was, probably everybody would be doing it. So, except for me, I don't want my hair to go faster. I want my hair to stay the same so I can get less haircuts. Okay, Adam, I suffer from spots on both of my arms. After as long as I can remember, I recently tried a few lotions, but none have worked. Would you know anything about this? I think it kind of depends what kind of spots you're talking about. Honestly, I think you'd probably have to go to a dermatologist if you haven't already. Go to a dermatologist; they'll be able to recommend something. Um, Obviously you could try like moisturizing and stuff like that, but yeah, I don't know. I have to know more about it, and even then, I probably wouldn't be that helpful because I'm not a dermatologist. I'm sure there's something you can do though. So yeah, I would go to a professional and see what they say. Okay, how do you stay updated on current trends? Well, I follow a lot of the big men's style Instagrammers, a lot of blogs. I mean, I don't know. I don't really try to stay up to date on trends. I think trends kind of come at you these days. It's kind of hard to miss them. But I don't really follow trends. So yeah, I'm not like out there researching, trying to figure out what's trendy. If you spend any time on the internet, you'll probably see what's trendy. For example, the male fashion advice subreddit. If you peruse that subreddit, you're gonna see what's trendy. But yeah, I mean, for me, maybe every now and then, if I see something that's trendy and I might want to try it, I'll give it a shot. But for the most part, I don't really follow trends. I just try to focus on, you know, timelessness. I mean, to an extent. I mean, nothing's really timeless, but yeah, I try to focus on stuff that's not going to look dumb in a few years. Okay, you can do a review on Blue Mond's hair wax. Yeah, could try to do that. I haven't tried any Blue Mon stuff, but yeah, I could definitely give that a shot. If you tried Teach Hanley, Invictus, let's see here. Thoughts on matching orphan jackets with the same color slacks? So you're saying like a blue sport coat with blue slacks? I think the problem is if you have so an odd jacket and odd trousers, and they're the same color, but they're not exactly the same color, it can look a little weird. So if you have navy trousers and like a medium blue jacket, it kind of looks like you just accidentally didn't match. So I think it's a safe bet to go with like totally different colors. So if you have a navy sport coat and charcoal trousers, for example, that would work well. But yeah, when you're doing the same different shades of the same color, that's when it gets a little funny. All right, Brock, are you a Jew? No, I'm not Jewish. Every channel, fashion blogs are great. It's crazy they're contradicting. Yeah, I mean, there are a ton of channels. Obviously, not everybody's going to agree with each other, and I think that's fine. I mean, you don't have to agree with everything I say. Everything Jose says or Aaron or Antonio, whatever. You don't have to agree with everything somebody says. You kind of have to pick and choose the information that is helpful for you. All right. Facial hair to a job interview. I don't have a hipster beard, but it would say my beard is 3 inches under my chin. I think you have to kind of know what situation you're going into. I mean, if it's like a very formal workplace, then I would probably have no facial hair or like very well groomed facial hair. I mean, it's pretty acceptable these days to have a beard or a mustache or both, but I would keep it very well groomed if you're going to a job interview. Now, if you're interviewing at a coffee shop or like I don't know, some sort of atmosphere where having an edgier look, facial hair, visible tattoos, piercings, whatever, is more acceptable, then you could probably just do whatever you want. But if you're going into like an office setting, I'd probably either go clean shaven or well groomed. All right. Yes, the Seiko SNK. It's a great little watch. I got the one with the green face. I kind of want the black one too, but I don't know. Okay, you're 5'6", long torso, short legs. Advice for that body type. Yeah, so if you have a long torso and shorter legs, you're gonna want to stick to higher rise pants because that's gonna raise your perceived waistline. So low rise jeans aren't gonna be a good look for you. You're gonna want to wear stuff that sits up closer to your belly button, and not down on your hips. And if you do that, especially if you tuck your shirt in, it'll kind of even you out and make you look more proportionate. All right. You have some Uniqlo chinos and the length and quality is good. There's just too much room in the crotch. Yeah, that's the problem with a lot of these brands is like just the little things are off. There's too much room in the seat, You can get that taken in a little bit. If you go to the tailor, they can take some of that excess fabric out of the inseam area, and it shouldn't be too expensive. So you could try that. Okay, 28-inch inseam chinos. I would either go to a brand like Peter Manning or Banana Republic and Gap has a lot of 28-inch inseam stuff that is pretty solid. So, I think the Banana Republic Fulton chino is one of the best chinos out there for the price. All right, Hugh, what elements do you want to emphasize when choosing an outfit? It's kind of hard because an outfit it's the whole thing. So I don't know. you know, I don't really dress to stand out, so I just want to make sure that there's nothing wrong with my outfit. You know, I don't want to make any mistakes. So yeah, I'm kind of looking at the overall color palette and like the silhouette, and I think as long as everything fits and everything is in a color palette that works, nothing's really clashing or standing out. You know, that's I'm happy with that outfit. On top of that, you know, you can do something like once you have like your basic outfit down, then you can add, you know, something cool like a cool watch or a cool accessory or something like that. But yeah, for me, I'm not really trying to emphasize everything. I'm just trying to make sure everything is working well together. Any experience with Gustin or Taylor Stitch? No experience with Taylor Stitch. I haven't bought from Gustin, but I have a friend who is probably an inch taller than me, very slim, and he loves Gustin, swears by him. He's got like a few pairs of their jeans, got one of their trucker jackets, and a couple shirts, and they fit pretty well on him. So, yeah, I think Gustin could be a good choice. I haven't tried them out yet though. I'll try them out. All right, which store sells the best fitting tees? Kind of depends on your build. I actually think Gap extra small tees are good, at least for me. Peter Manning has a T-shirt. Sharp Casual Wear makes T-shirts for shorter guys. I don't think they're as good if you're really slim, but if you're a bigger guy or just built, I think Sharp Casual Wear is a really good choice for T-shirts. Yeah, those are a few options there. Philippe, say hi for my friend Paula. Hello, Paula. Okay, what are your favorite trends this season? Well, I'm glad that clothes are that like the skinny thing is moving out of trend a little bit. And I don't think loose or like relaxed fit clothing is a good choice for shorter guys, but yeah, I'm glad that clothes are loosening up a little bit because the skinny jean thing went really far in that direction, and let's be honest, super slim fit clothes are not as comfortable as clothes that have a little more room. So you gotta tread carefully. I mean, still make sure your clothes are really tailored and fit close to your body, but I'm kind of glad that skinny jeans are hopefully on their way out pretty soon. I also think I think that I've talked about this before, but I think the undercut is probably going to be getting less popular in the next year, 2 years. So yeah, that's why if you want to try a different haircut, now would be the time. If you have an undercut, if you had it for a while. So yeah, those are a couple of little trends. Otherwise, I mean, I don't really see any. I don't follow this stuff too closely, but I don't really see any like big trends that shorter guys have to be aware of. I mean, for spring, summer, it's like a lot of this stuff doesn't really change from one year to the next. I think your staples are still going to be your staples this year. I have seen a lot of people doing polos with polo shirts with suits, like Tanner Guzzi does that a lot. So I think that can be a really cool look. It's more casual than like a button-up shirt. Obviously, you don't wear a tie with that. So that's kind of a cool trend if you're the kind of person that dresses up a little more. All right, speaking of dermatologists, my mom was a doctor in London. What did you major in college? I majored in psychology in college. Just got the bachelor's degree in that. Okay, what are like the basics of combining colors? How much did you focus on that? What do you think about mixing really dark and light colors? All right, that's pretty involved question. So I would recommend watching a video that I did a while back. That's called Color 101, and it's a webinar. It's like it's probably an hour long, and so it's all about contrast and skin tone, and it really goes into that in detail. So I would check that out, and if you still have questions about it, let me know if you have any specific questions. But I think that'll be really helpful. All right. Let's see. Got a couple trolls here. Got to block real quick. What brands offer higher rise pants, jeans nowadays? Well, actually, a lot of brands are offering higher rise jeans, which is nice. I mean, even like Levi's has a lot of cuts that have medium to high rises. Brands like Peter Manning, like their jeans are not low rise. They have a medium rise, and so yeah, it's getting easier to find those. A lot of companies still sell very low rise jeans, but I think that is also a trend that's fading a little bit. That's cyclical. Like rise just changes. It seems like every 10 years. It just flip flops. But I think low rise is kind of not as trendy right now, especially for guys. I mean, for women's fashion, high rise has been popular for a while now, but I think a lot of guys are still buying low rise jeans. So, yeah, you can find high rise jeans from a lot of the major brands or some of the small specialty brands like Peter Manning. All right. Got some crazy people in here today. All right. Let me just catch up on these comments here. Did you serve in the military? No, I did not serve in the military. What's the difference between a fashion personal stylist and an image consultant? I think it's kind of the same thing. An image consultant is a personal stylist. I think, I mean, I don't know, maybe a personal stylist is more of like a permanent position. Like if you're a big time celebrity, maybe you have a full-time personal stylist that helps you get dressed for every event. Image consultant might be more of like a temporary thing. But yeah, I think an image consultant would act as a personal stylist, personal shopper, help you learn what to wear and then maybe help you buy some new clothes. Are you interested in watches for the history of fashion watch? Oh, okay, yeah, I see. Yeah, I'm definitely interested in watches that have some heritage to them. The thing is, a lot of the times when I talk about like a new watch brand, like for example Linear, I just did a video a couple days ago about Linear watches featuring a Linear watch, and yeah, they're a brand new watchmaker. There's no heritage, there's no history, but every watchmaker had to start at one point. So I don't think just because it's a new brand, it's necessarily a bad thing. But the more I get into watches, the more I do appreciate like the craftsmanship and the history and um, the materials, and that's why I mean inherently like mechanical watches are so much cooler than quartz watches. It's not that they work better. In fact, they don't work better. That quartz watches work better, but mechanical watches are just cooler. They're more interesting. They're harder to make, and they have a lot of history. So yeah, I think I'm interested in watches for that reason, especially more as I get more interested in watches. But I do think that there's a place for fashion watches. I don't think they're necessarily bad for everybody, but it kind of depends why you're getting into watches. So I think I don't know. Anytime somebody says, "Oh, I would never buy a quartz watch" or something, I'm like, that's crazy. Because a lot of guys they just want a watch that's going to work, that's not going to stop ticking when they don't wear it. It's super accurate. That's not expensive, and I think that's fine. But yeah, I think for me, I'm more interested in the history and the craftsmanship and stuff like that. All right, what made you want to share your knowledge of men's fashion? Well, when I first started getting interested in dressing well, um, I couldn't really find anything out there that was specific to the shorter body type. There was a lot of good information about style in general, but I couldn't find anything specifically for the man of modest height. So I guess I started sharing what I know about that just because there wasn't anything out there like it. So yeah, I think that's what got me interested in all of this. All right. Where did you study? I studied psychology in college. What hobbies do you do? Um, yeah, so I definitely work a fair amount on Modest Man. I have a couple other um, projects going. I have a podcast with a guy named John Shanahan. He's got a YouTube channel called The Cavalier. Our podcast is called Buttoned Up if you want to check that out. It's more of like we kind of take brands and content creators and we get them to tell their story about how they started their business and what made them, why they're doing what they do. And we talk a little bit about our own stories too. So, you could check that out if you want to. I've also got a couple other websites that I work on. But yeah, outside of work, um, I do Brazilian Jiu Jitsu is one of my hobbies. I try to do that at least a couple times a week. I should probably do it more. But yeah, that's a hobby that I've stuck with. And then also I'm interested in music. I kind of go back and forth on how much time I spend actually, doing music. But that's another lifelong hobby of mine. So just playing piano and I play drums when I can, although I don't have a drum set right now. All right. Would you recommend a monochromatic suit? Well, I mean, suits are monochromatic by nature, because the jacket and the pants are the same color. Um, I don't think, I think the like a dark suit with a dark shirt, I think that's kind of hard to pull off. I don't think that's for everybody. I mean, it can be a good look, but I don't know, and it's also kind of like it's appropriate for like nightlife, or an event, but not for like work or anything like that. Um, so no, I don't. I guess I wouldn't recommend the monochromatic suit look uh, for most occasions, at least. All right, what are some nice white walking shoes? My go-to sneakers right now are I like the Onitsuka Tigers, and I have a pair of Reeboks Classics that I really like. You could also go with something like the Adidas Stan Smith, Nike Kill Shots, you know, I mean Vans Classics. Like there's a bunch of great sneakers that would be good for walking. All right, have you tried J. Crew 484 Slim? Yeah, J. Crew 484 jeans are not quite slim enough for me, but I do think they're a great fit for a lot of guys. I just have very thin legs, so they're just not quite slim enough for me. All right, is there such thing as too many winter coats? I currently have 8 coats and jackets. I mean, I guess it depends. I mean, I probably wouldn't have that much. I kind of want to be more of a minimalist. But no, I don't think there's you know, if you like that, if you're into that, and you want to have a bunch of different options, go ahead and do it. For me, I probably have one, two, three, maybe like 5 jackets, and that pretty much gets me by. So, all right, do you watch the Urban Gentry? Yes, I really like that channel. It's like my favorite watch channel. So he's like one of the reasons like that I've been getting more into watches. I think he just explains things. He's got this passion for it that is very contagious. All right, shoes for smaller feet. 18, you have a size 6.5 foot. You can find the Stan Smiths and Clark's Desert Boots. Usually I go for kid shoes. Yeah, I mean definitely you could try the kid section. You could try any shoes that come in unisex sizes like let's see, J. Crew McAllister. Yeah, the Clark's Desert Boots. You have like a lot of Vans, like just the Vans low cut like canvas sneakers. Those come in unisex size. In fact, I think the Vans by J. Crew come in unisex sizes. Um, and then a lot of dress shoe brands will also make smaller sizes, like J. Butler, which is a smaller brand, but they make sizes down to like size 4 or something. Um, Shoe Passion, which is a German brand, I think German. Who else? Allen Edmonds has smaller sizes too. Some of them are special order, but they do make smaller sizes. So yeah, you can find them. You can also find like, for example, a brand like Cole Haan, a size 7 might actually fit you because they run kind of small. So, dude, there's some crazy comments in here. Block a couple people. All right. But you never know. You never know if there's going to be like a bunch of trolls around. Like some weeks there's like no trolls, just a bunch of cool people asking good questions, and some weeks it's like ridiculous. All right. I'm going to see a lot of people I used to know on Thursday. I need an outfit that will look killer. I'm open to anything at this point other than a suit. Well, I mean, it depends what you're doing. Like, where are you going? Is it a bar? Like, where are you meeting these people? Because that kind of is going to dictate what you're going to wear. So all shorts have to be tailored. Even the 7-inch inseam kind of flares out. Yeah, I mean that I have that problem too. Like if I get shorts that are um, the right length, they might still be too wide for my leg, and so they kind of create that that trapezoid shape, which makes your legs look really skinny. So if that's the case, I would get them taken in a little bit at the tailor, same way that you would get pants taken in, and that'll make them fit a little better around your legs. Um, yeah, American Eagle is probably the closest in terms of like a fitted. Express is also pretty slim. ASOS, I think, is the only brand that makes shorts that are like truly like a very slim, almost skinny fit, which works for me. But yeah, most other big brands like mall brands, their shorts are a little too wide. All right, do you have suggestions for muting arm tattoos and outfits? I don't have any tattoos, so don't know about that. What are your thoughts on the watch company Brat Brathwaite? I never know how to say that. Um, I don't know. They make like Brathwaite. I think they make yeah, like, they make like some lower end brands and some or lower end watches, and then some like pretty good like Swiss autos. So yeah, I think they look nice. I think they're if you like that really like minimal aesthetic, it's a good choice, especially if you have the money to spend on like a Swiss auto. Um, Definitely a good choice. All right. Do I look sweaty? Not sweating at all. Love the flannels you wear in your videos. Where do you get them? Okay, so the flannel shirts that I have are from Tailor Store, which is an online made to measure. I also have one from Blank Label, which is another online made to measure brand. Um, yeah, I don't think I have any flannel shirts from like that aren't made to measure. Um, Hard to find one that fits. So yeah, I went made to measure for the flannel shirts. Socks and sandals. Is this the most powerful piece of clothing any man can wear? Well, I don't know about powerful, but if you could only own three pairs of trousers, what would it be? Uh, Dark gray flannel wool trousers, dark wash jeans, and I'm going to say khaki or like tan chinos. Do you wear skinny jeans? All right. Let's see. You worked at the shoe store, DSW, for years in high school, and I know more than you do about shoes. That's funny. I've never met anybody that worked at DSW, but at DSW, I used to like that store, but I find that now when I go to the DSW, most of them don't carry anything below size 8. In fact, I think I've only been in one DSW that has like smaller sizes, so um, unfortunate. I think they don't carry the best brands these days anymore either. So I don't know if something changed or. All right. You hate American Eagle, Hollister, Abercrombie, Gap, Banana Republic. Fair enough. I think there's some good stuff in some of those stores, especially Banana Republic. Some Gap too. Dropped shoulder is in. Fitted stuff is not in style. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about what's trendy. I mean, maybe like so yeah, you shop at Zara and H&M, but like that stuff's gonna look terrible in 5 years. I mean, people are gonna look back at drop shoulder, long T-shirts, Yeezys, all that stuff, and they're just gonna be like, "What were we thinking?" It's gonna look ridiculous. So I would stay away from all that stuff. I mean, yeah, Zara and H&M has some good stuff, but it's also super low quality, probably not manufactured in an ethical way. So yeah, I try to stay away from that as much as possible. I mean, sometimes it's the only place where you can find something that actually fits, in which case, do what you got to do. How old are you? I am 32. Minimalist pant wardrobe is quite good. Picked up 4 chinos and wool pants. Nice. That sounds like a great price. All right, how do you feel about relaxed fit pants on shorter men? I don't really think it's a good choice. I think relaxed fit is a bad choice for almost anybody. I would definitely go with slim straight. But yeah, I'd stay away from relaxed fit, especially on shorter guys. It's going to make you look shorter. Thoughts on buffalo leather belts? Are they better than cow? I don't really know. I haven't really A/B tested that one. Let's see. Relaxed fit is ugly. Okay. I have Allen Edmond, walnut, monk strap, black Oxfords. What would be a good? So for your third shoe, so you already have a walnut, monk strap, black Oxfords. I'd probably go with something in like the dark brown or burgundy. I think that'd be a good third shoe for you, and then you'd be pretty much ready for any occasion. So, for example, you could do like a dark brown brogue, or like a burgundy loafer would be a good choice, or both. All right, ordered $50 worth of stuff from Jack Threads. They're going out of business. They still haven't sent it. I've heard a lot of people complaining about Jack Threads, not getting their stuff in the mail, not being able to get in touch with customer service. I mean, honestly, I hate to say it, but it's a risky purchase at this point, because if a company's going out of business, they don't really have too much incentive to make their customers happy. So, yeah, I don't really have. I mean, I'd call and email them, tweet at them, see if you can get in touch, but otherwise, I don't know. You just got to see what happens. All right. Is blow drying your hair every day bad for your hair? I mean, blow drying definitely damages your hair. You can use like a heat protecting spray like this. I use this stuff called Heat Tamer from Tresemme. So you can use something like that before you blow dry that supposedly helps protect your hair from the heat. But yeah, I mean, if you have to get your hair dry fast, it's the only way you can do it. So, all right. Best brands that sell shirt jackets or overshirts. Larger guy. Shirt jackets. Talking about like work shirts and stuff like that. I don't really know. I think like Gustin probably has some good stuff. I mean, it depends like what your price point is. Whenever I go, like there's a thrift store or secondhand store near my house called Buffalo Exchange. They always have a bunch of that stuff. I think it's kind of trendy right now, so I think it's pretty easy to find that stuff secondhand. You can also check Grailed. All right. You wear mostly slacks and dress shirts for work. What would be a good second color choice for trousers? So if you already have like your charcoal or like your medium gray, I'd probably go for a second choice with uh, a lighter gray, a navy, or like an olive. I think would also be. Olive's actually pretty versatile, more versatile than people think. All right. You own gray and khaki. Yeah, I'd go with blue or olive or even like a dark brown or tan. How do you avoid tan lines in the summer? Uh, yeah, I don't really. I mean, I probably have like a kind of a farmer's tan going right now. Yeah, I don't worry too much about it. I mean, I'm a little paranoid about uh, you know, keeping my skin safe, from the sun and everything. So I put sunscreen on. Like if I go for a run or something, I'm putting, moisturizer with SPF and sunscreen and stuff. So, yeah, I don't really worry about getting tan or tan lines or anything like that. Any tips on getting clear skin? I mean, you got to have a skincare routine. You got to, at the very least, you got to wash your face every day and moisturize. If you have acne, I'd probably also use either benzoyl peroxide or adapalene gel. There's also something called Epiduo, which has both ingredients in it. So it has benzoyl peroxide and adapalene. From what I found, those two ingredients work better than other ones like salicylic acid. But yeah, you have to have something, some sort of acne fighting ingredient on top of your skincare routine if you want to have clear skin. All right, what's the best hair product? Red soda. Best color pants, jeans to wear the red polo. I'd probably wear like uh, blue jeans. Kind of controversial, but how do you feel about factory stores, Banana Republic? Um, I don't know. I mean, I think factory stores. I think it's kind of the way things are going. People just expect really low prices now. You have J. Crew. It's like people say J. Crew might file for bankruptcy soon. And they're moving all their stuff. They're selling. J. Crew Factory is selling more stuff while J. Crew is struggling. So I think people just want cheap prices because of stores like H&M and Zara and Forever 21, and it's unfortunate because clothing shouldn't be that cheap. It can't be that cheap. Like if you think about whatever you're wearing right now, this shirt, how did it get to me? It's a lot had to happen. The fabric had to be created. So the cotton had to be grown and harvested and then spun into threads. And the threads had to be woven into fabric, and the fabric had to be dyed, and it had to be cut, and it had to be sewn together by a person, and then it had to be shipped, you know? And so a lot had to happen. So this shirt shouldn't cost $10, it shouldn't be able to cost that much. So I think that kind of model is unfortunately getting more popular because that's what people expect. So we'll probably see, factory stores like J. Crew Factory and Banana Republic get more and more popular, which kind of seems good because we get cheap clothes, but I don't think that's really a good thing, on the overall scale. So I think if you can afford high quality stuff that was produced in an ethical way, you should try to buy that. But I understand that you gotta work within your budget and also try to find clothes that fit. So it's it's a little bit complicated. All right, cargo shorts and polos. I don't think cargo shorts have a place in menswear. I don't think there's really any point to ever wear cargo shorts. Who's carrying that much stuff? And all right, guys, I think that's about it. It's been about a little over an hour here, so I'm gonna have to jump off. But yeah, thanks as always for watching. I'm gonna try this Hanz de Fuko stuff out, and next time we'll give away either this little sampler pack or something else from what they sent over. And yeah, try to do this again next week, if not before that. Maybe even do one midweek and then another one on the weekend. So, all right, guys, thanks very much, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. See you in the next one. Bye.